My first thought when I started Zena was to add some texture to the canvas. I did that by adding modeling paste by a company called Golden. I spread the modeling paste with a wedge made by Princeton artists. This gave me a nice rough texture that was raised off the canvas about 1/2 centimeter or 1/4 inch. Once that dried, I had a great foundation to begin working on. I applied a matte medium around the texture evenly. This would create a nice, smooth, slick surface and make it much easier to blend two colors together. Here I am applying a Mars Black acrylic paint with a soft bristle brush. The matte medium makes it easier to blend colors and also reduces the appearance of brush strokes. You'll see the titanium white and black combine very easily. I prefer the matte medium over water, but it's really your preference and you could use whichever you like. There are cases where you will want brush strokes and there's no right or wrong, but in this case I really wanted to stay away from that. In case you're wondering, this is an Artist Loft Level 3 gallery wrapped heavy duty canvas. Mainly keeping the Mars Black to the outside and beginning to add some titanium white. And when I blend them together, you see that I get a nice neutral gray that'll be fantastic for the underpainting. The softer the brush you use, the better chance you are going to be able to avoid the appearance of brush strokes. Nice long even strokes right off the canvas so you don't see any remnants of where the brush may have stopped. And if you're brushing towards the center of the canvas and you want to avoid the brush strokes, you just lift the brush gently. And you can see how the texture comes right through as you add the lighter color. Adding the deep red now. Just getting a nice blend for the underpainting. I'm trying to avoid blending the titanium white and the deep red too much to avoid getting a pink color. But I love how it blends with the Mars Black. I tend to paint segments in threes. Whether it's a square, an angle, or a circle, in most cases I'll have one large, one medium, and one small. The human eye tends to pair things together, so if you do sets of 2 or 4, then that's how people will see it. But if you use 1, 3, sets of 5, 7, It keeps the viewer off balance and creates a much more interesting painting. And you can see the modeling paste texture coming through already. Now I'm using a right angle to make sure my horizontal lines are even with the edges of the canvas. This is a violet I'm adding now. So we have Mars black, titanium white, deep red, and violet. I'm keeping a soft edge on one side. The hard edge will be on the side of the right angle. And the right angle will give it dimension. You can see it's on top of the other three colors, so it does set them back a bit. Gives it some depth. And then I want just a slight blend, just soften up one edge. A hard edge on one side, a soft edge on the other side always works well. Another right angle here, and I'll do it a little smaller, so it'll be my medium right angle. Again, hard edge, and I'll blend a little to make a smooth, softer edge on the inside. And a smaller right angle, so we have the large, medium, and the small, again in set of 3. And that's the larger of the 3, and the medium. Keeping a hard edge on the outside, soft edge on the inside. And you can see the red was also in group of 3. Now I'm using a titanium white with a raw sienna to try and make like a globe. And increase the value of the raw sienna for the middle of the globe. And now I'm using a sponge to spread it evenly, and I'll add a little more titanium white. I want to blend the titanium white with the raw sienna. Inside the globe I want a nice soft transition, but on the outside I want a harder edge. Now I'm using a foam brush, and I dipped it in the titanium white, and as I drag it over the texture of the modeling paste, it highlights it. I'm trying to keep it off of the canvas and just on the modeling paste, so it'll highlight all of that texture, which will make it jump off the canvas. I let that dry, and then the sun came out. And I'm using some cadmium yellow with the raw sienna. And I apply them both to the palette knife at the same time, so when I spread them, they blend right on the canvas. Like a rough mix almost. And again, you see a group of 3. It's already getting more depth. Adding more cadmium yellow over the raw sienna to create a new layer. Set the raw sienna back a bit. And some more titanium white. For contrast. And I'm applying that with a palette knife, just scraping it on. And pulling it across some of the texture of modeling paste. Now I'm using some large bubble wrap, and I'm putting some cadmium orange on the bubble wrap, adding some orange to the canvas. It's adding another layer. It sets the white back a bit and some of the cadmium yellow. And again, I'm doing it in 3 sets of 3. Bringing in some lime green. And some light blue, turquoise, and slightly blending them together in a darker blue. And they sit well on a titanium white. and you can still see the texture. I want to set that globe back a bit, so I'm adding like almost like a cloud effect, and start adding out in gray, a mixture of the titanium white and Mars black. And bringing more Mars black into the picture. And I'm adding more Mars black with the palette knife. Set the orange back. More black on the red and on the white for contrast. Setting the lime green back by using the Mars black. And applying some on the gray in front of the globe. More contrast with the black on the titanium white. I like how the black goes with the cadmium yellow. And now I have a stencil, and I'm using some pure white spray first. And I didn't want the stencil completely flat. I wanted to blend out a little, get a little more loose. And that's an orange white. I rotate the canvas and do some more orange white spraying on the opposite side. And one is horizontal and one is vertical, just to mix it up a little bit. Now I'm mixing some titanium white with water to thin it out so I could spatter it on. Adds a whole nother layer to the painting. Using the 5-inch soft brush. Gives it a little more kick when you slam it up against the palette knife or another brush handle. Now I'm adding some brilliant red, just a little bit of brilliant red with a high value on the black. And I'm also gonna spatter the brilliant red like I did with the titanium white. You water it down first and then spatter it on. And there you have it. Hope you come back soon and join us at patreon.com/concrete island. Thanks for watching.